Good morning, class 5. So, warm good morning today. Now, see, children, in the last class, I taught you chapter 5, that is the plant reproductions. Okay, about the sexual reproduction in plant, fertilizations, structure of seeds, and germination, how seed germinate. That you know with the help of water, warmth, sunlight, air. Okay, proper soil. Now today we are going to do about dispersal of seeds. So you see, we are going to do what about dispersal of seeds. So before coming to dispersal of seeds, I'll tell you that you're going to have a unit test. Okay, so you see, in unit test you will be learning the chapters, okay, which I'm going to give you as a syllabus for unit test. Okay, you all will be learning everything, all the exercises and question answers, all. Okay, whatever will be there in the chapter. Okay, it's not that you will be learning only short question and long question. Choose the correct answer. Okay, uh, name the following, give example, matching, whatever will be there, all you will be learning, and I will give you the syllabus also. Okay, children. Now let's see. So today we are going to do dispersal of seeds. So what is dispersal or seed means? Dispersal or seed means like when it is the process through which the seed gets scattered from the parent's plant. That means when the seed falls and it is scattered, okay, by air, water, animals. So when it's scattered from the parent's plant, that means when it is removed from the parent's plant from one place to another, it is called what? It is considered to be your seed dispersals. Now you see why seed dispersal is needed. Now you see, if suppose there is a tree, suppose this is your plant, and suppose all the seeds from this plant fell down near the tree. Okay, lots and lots of seeds. So what will happen? When this large number of seeds they will fall near the parent's plant, so you see they will not be able to grow. Okay, they cannot grow properly. Okay, they will not be able to grow properly. Why? Because they will, so many are together, so they require proper soil, proper warmth, okay, everything. So they will not get sufficient amount of the requirement that they require. So what will happen? Large number of baby plant will die. They will not be able to grow properly. Okay, so this is the reason why the seed has to be scattered from the parents plant, so that they will go to other place, they will get enough sunlight, enough good soil, air, water, everything sufficiently, so that they can grow very properly. This is the reason why seed dispersal is required. Okay, so that's why it is very much necessary. And if all will grow in one place, and if seed dispersal will not take place, then large number of seeds will die before they grow into a proper plant. Now you see how this seed dispersal take place. So there are various ways. Now you see, seeds from the plant, it won't go by itself. Seed does not have hand and legs, so that with the legs they will walk and go from one place to another. No, that means something should be there which will carry them. That is the dispersal of seeds. Okay, take place with the help of wind. Okay, so wind, with the help of wind, seed dispersal will take place. After that, with the help of water. Okay, with the help of water, seed dispersal take place. Okay, after that, with the help of animals. Okay, with the help of animals also, seed dispersal take place. So first we are going to learn about these three. So seed dispersal, the dispersal of seed take place with the help of wind, with the help of water, and with the help of animals. Okay, they carry the seed from one place to another. The first one we are going to do, that is by the wind. Now, dispersible by wind. So seeds of some plants are very light Okay, they are like a wing structure which you can see in your page number 65. Okay, they are very light and very small, and they can be carried away very easily with the help of wind. So from one place to another, the wind can carry the seed far away from its parent plant. Okay, so they can be carried because they are very light when the seeds are ready. So when the wind will blow, it will be carried away to a far places from the parent's plant. Okay, now you see this the dandelion flower dispersing its seeds. So you see when the wind is blowing, you see this dandelion, it is dispersing due to wind. The seeds are moving from one place to another. So this is one example. Okay, next is maple seed. So maple seed also, it have a wings like structure. Okay, and this also is carried away by the wind. So you see dandelion seed and maple seeds, they are very light. Okay, and they are mostly carried by the wind from one place to another, and in this way seed dispersal take place with the help of wind. Now we are going to do with the help of now water. Okay, now you see water also. Now seeds of some plant, they grow near the water and they disperse it. Now you see here they give example of your palm, coconut, plum. Okay, now you see, suppose this is your coastal region. Okay, suppose this is your coconut trees. And lots of coconuts are there on a tree. These are coconut. Okay, now you see the tree is near the coastal regions. Sometimes when the coconut is ripe, when ready, sometimes this coconut falls in the water. This is your water, so coconut will fall. And what happens? Okay, this water will carry the coconut from one place to another, and in this way the seed dispersal will take place with the help of water. Okay, so you see, so this fruits of coconut plum, they are fibrous covering. Okay, they make them lighter and help them to float on the water. So you see it will float, and where it will get a good soil, again in that particular place it will grow as a baby plant. Okay, so you see, so in this way the coconut will get dispersed from one place to another. So in this way the water, the dispersal of seed take place with the help of water from one place to another. Okay, now we are going to see the dispersal, okay, by animals. Now dispersal by animals. So now we are going to see how the animal will carry the seed from one place to another. Now you see animals and human beings, they eat seed. Like suppose today, okay, now is a mango season. Suppose you have taken a mango, one mango you ate, seeds. Okay, so wherever you will throw the seeds, if it will get proper soil, proper air, water, warmth, okay, everything, you will see after few days from that seed a baby plant will grow. Okay, now you see many people when they are traveling also, you have seen in the bus and the train, many people they eat fruits. After eating they throw from the window. Actually it is not good. We should not create problem to our environment. Like we should not throw here and there, we should keep it in one place in the dustbin. But many people, okay, they throw after eating fruits and all. So you see wherever they throw and wherever it falls, if it will get sufficient amount of all the requirement that is required for germination, so it will grow into a baby plant. Like birds also, you see sometimes birds, they are, take example of your guava. Okay, so birds, they are eating guava. So while eating, when it carries away, it goes away, it sit on the branch of a tree and it will eat. And you see completely it cannot eat, so sometimes it will fall down. Excuse me. So when it will fall and that seed will get sufficient amount of every requirement for germination, so in a forest again a new guava tree will form. In this way animal and human being, they also helps in the germination. Okay, now you see sometimes animal and bird, they eat fruits, berries, nuts along with the seeds. So the seed passes through the body undigested and are dispersed to other area. One more thing, birds, they are eating seeds, nuts and all, animals also. So sometime when that seed does not get digested, so when undigested food comes out, so you see seed will be coming out. So wherever that seed falls, it will grow into a baby plant. So in this way, animals also help in the dispersal of your animal also help in the dispersal of seeds. Now you see another way. You might have seen in the village that sometimes the animal, cow, goat, buffaloes, they goes for the grazing in the forest. Now what happens at that time? Sometime in their body, some of the seeds, it is called hooks of cockleburr. Cockleburr. That is you can see in your page number 66 at the top. It has a thorn. So if you put on a hair, it will get stuck. Green color, brown color. Now you see. So you see this hook cockleburr plant is an example. So what happened? This gets stick on the animal body, and when the animal, they move from one place to another, wherever they move their body, that seed will fall, and that seed will also grow into a baby plant. So in this way, animal also helps in the dispersal of seeds. Next is dispersal by explosion of fruits. Explosion of fruits means, children, suppose in your home, for example, they give an example of pea plant. If suppose pea plant is there, when pea plant will get completely ripe, it will burst, and with the help of wind, the seed will move from one place to another. In that way also seed dispersal take place. So here in your book, example is given about fruit. Peas, balsam, brushed forcefully when they are dry, and the leverette means the seeds will come out itself, and wherever it will fall, so it will fall away from the parent's plant and it will grow into a baby plant. So in this way, the seed dispersal take place. Now in this way the plant grows. Now what are the other way through which plant grows? So you see, other way of reproduction in plant is vegetative reproduction. With a vegetative means with other part of the plant. Now with seeds we have learned. Now other part, that is with the help of stems, plant can grow. With the help of leaves, plant can grow. With the help of roots, plant can grow. Now you see stems. Now you see, we eat stem of potato, we eat the stem of ginger, we eat the stem of onion, we eat the stem of sugarcane. Suppose today you went and you purchased a sugarcane. So you see the down part you will eat, the upper part where the plant lives there. So you will cut it and grow it. Again you see within a few months it will grow, and again it will be ready for consumptions. Potatoes also. So when you grow the potato, see potatoes will be grown. That is the stem of the potato. The stems we are growing. Now you see, sugarcane, ginger also stem only we grow. So with the stem also a plant grows. So you see when you look at potato, in potato you look small dot is the black brown. They are called eyes of the potato. Now don't think, we have eyes to see, potato also looking at us. No. With that is the eyes. When you will grow, from these eyes only the baby plant will grow. So piece of potato with eyes can grow into a new baby. So a piece of, you can cut that potato and grow also. So a piece of potato, if they have eyes, then it can grow into a baby plant. And you see hibiscus. Rose. What do you do? Suppose today this is your rose plant. Suppose this is your rose plant. Now suppose one of your friend does not have rose plant. So what you will do? You will cut its stems and you will give to your friends. Your friends will take and they will grow this stem. So you see, when they will grow these stems, after few days, again it will give, again branches will grow, leaves will grow. Again it will have a beautiful, again it will grow into a beautiful plant. With hibiscus also we do with so many flowers. So it grow with the help of stem. Even ginger also. A small ginger, if you cut and grow, it will grow into a baby plant. So you can see in your book, example is given of the rose plant. Onion also has a special structure that called bulb. So it grow through the bulb also. Today you take one onion and grow it, and at the top you see bulb will be there. From there a new baby plant will come out. Okay, don't grow onion and potato in the winter season. We have in this rainy season we have to grow it in winter. Now if you grow potato and onion, you will see it will get decay. Okay, sometime you may try in your flower pot also. Next, the leaves. You know children, the leaves. Okay, so birophyllum is the leaves. Okay, it is quite thick in nature. So this leaf, when you will grow, from the edge of the leaves the baby plant will grow. So it does not require seeds or stem. So with the help of leaf the baby plant will grow. That is known as your birophyllums. Okay, now you see, so now roots. Okay, now roots of carrot, roots of turnip, sweet potatoes, they grow, develop sweets when you keep in water for some time. For example, today if you want to grow a carrot, suppose this is your carrot. Okay, so you see carrot, you may eat this part. So this part, what you have to do, you have to cut and you soak it in water. Keep it for 1 or 2 days or 3 days. After that you grow it. It will grow into a baby plant. Okay, the same thing with turnip and sweet potatoes also. Okay, so roots of carrot are tuberous. When plant is specially prepared soil, they develop buds which grow into leafy roots. So you see they have tuberous roots, and when you grow it in a soil, so after few days you will see a baby plant will come out and it will grow into a beautiful plant. Okay, so you see, so this all were the vegetative reproductive of your plant. Now pods also. Now you see one of the pods. Now some plant do not bear flower, they don't have seeds. Now how do they grow? They have a mosses and they grow. Okay, they have a small fern, that is small seeds that will grow into a baby plant. Okay, now you might have seen some of the plant in your areas also. Many times if there are lots of plants are there, you might have seen some leaves are there. Okay, very designing, it is used for decoration purposes also. Okay, green in color. So you see at the back of these leaves, okay, small dot, small dot. Okay, spores will be there. S-P-O-R-E-S, spores. They are not seen. So this small dot will be there at the back of the leaves. So when these spores will fall on the ground, it will grow into a baby plant. So in this way the plant grows. The plant does not grow only with seeds, so with stems, okay, with your leaves, okay, with the help of your roots, and at last with the help of pods also the plant grow into baby plant. Okay children, so in this way our chapter 5 is completed. Okay children, for today this much. You all will go through the chapters very properly. Okay, thank you.